Hey guys, Kuuzon here, and now to show you a quick run through of AC Path 1. The first mob you'll run into is a Graveling Breeder, not particularly difficult, and you can probably take him out with 2 or 3 people. Move on through to the main area where you make your decision as shown here, and just select the first option. A Graveling Burrow will shortly spawn after that, as you can see. And this again is not particularly difficult. Just make sure you're moving when you're attacking the burrow at melee and quickly hammer it down. You move into the boss room and you need to take one of 2 roles. My role was the tank, so high health, good heals, and you'll attack the little spiders. The range, or people who really don't have good armor, will range the gargoyle statues as seen on the right and behind the room. After a while, and if you get close enough to the statue, the Spider Queen will spawn, and she'll spawn adds straight away. You need to take those out as they do high amounts of damage again, like the previous ones. After you've taken them out, you proceed to attack the main queen. Her main attack is an AoE dots, and there are 3 of them. If you stay out of the circles as soon as they appear, you should be okay. She also doesn't immobilize, so make sure you have at least a couple of immobilized breaks if you have them. After that, you'll run into a mob through the doors. Attack these mobs in a certain order. So breeders first, as they can quickly overwhelm you with numbers, then scavengers, as they can be particularly frustrating and high attacks. Howlers are relatively harmless. You'll then move through the rest of this corridor. It has set traps, so just make sure you get to the end and then pull the chain. After that, you'll come to a chamber where Lieutenant Kohler, the second boss, resides. You've also got a potential chance to spawn random trolls. Now these can be in random and multiple locations. Only one will appear, so you have to know sort of the locations as shown here. Our method for attacking Kohler now is to use the troll to attack Kohler. That way, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Grab Kohler by using range, because immediately after he will try and pull you in with his graph. It's one of his most damaging attacks. Either block it or evade it, and then pull him into the troll. Once you both got them close together and you're holding aggro, quickly to lose aggro, jump in the water. After that, you'll come to the burrows room. This can be one of the most challenging aspects for a newly formed team. You want to make sure that you have 2 roles set, 1 for defending and 5 for DPS. The 5 will chase the burrows in this following order, and they'll attack it down as quickly as possible. The defender, however, will stay on Hodgins, and as well as take down the 4th burrow to low health, as you can see here. It's the only burrow that will really attack Hodgins to begin with, and you leave it with a sliver of health. You'll then go back and retreat to the table and attack the hatchlings there, as some of them can get glitched on the debris, so it does help you, as you can see right here. It means you don't have to attack it, and it won't attack Hodgins. After a while, you can sometimes help your friends attacking the other burrows, because the only scavengers will be on the left or right of the room. Make sure to always keep an eye out for Hodgins, because if he dies, you do fail the mission and we'll have to restart. As you can see, we successfully completed it, and then you move on to the next part here. And make sure to keep killing the mobs as we've prescribed in the order stated earlier. You will then come to a part where you have to grab 5 scepter pieces. You don't have to kill the mobs, you literally just have to ninja them from the mobs. The best way I've found is the following, where you run through the mob, grab all the aggro, and someone behind you grabs the scepter piece. That way you both get out alive. Again, once you have all 5 scepter pieces, talk to Hodgins and then move to this point. It's also a perfect chance to switch to an alt if you want to level them up. You run through this path here. You can choose to attack the mobs, and it's particularly useful if you have weaker members, but the fastest way is to run directly through them to this point here. Once you get to the corridor, choose one of the 3 or 4 paths that connect to the final boss chamber. As you can see, we attack the first path because they aggroed to us. Work your way into the boss chamber as shown. You'll then come to the main boss chamber, and there'll be several breeders actually in the boss arena. You want to drag them out without aggroing the boss and work them down quickly. After clearing the mobs, you will come to the final boss, the Howling King. He has 1 critical attack, and that is his Conal Scream. It's thin, but it is highly damaging. If you're caught directly in front of it, you will be killed or downed at the very minimum. Aside from that, he also spawns adds, as you can see. Make sure that when the adds are spawned, you kill them immediately. Regarding the screen, make sure to stand either to the side or directly behind him. If you're standing at the front of him, roll through him in order to avoid the screen. Always revive people who have been down by the screens immediately after it's finished, and that way you'll prevent wipes and also prevent long distances travelled back by allies and also yourself. And there you have it, guys. This has been a quick AC run guide. Enjoy!